Everybody, there is a giveaway in this video, and it's in this box right here. Stay tuned to the end to find out how you can win something cool. Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you caught our last video, you saw us wrapping up our adventure on Mackinac Island. But our journey is far from over. We grabbed our gear and set off for the stunning landscapes of Sleeping Bear Dunes National Lakeshore. Located in Michigan's Lower Peninsula is a mesmerizing 35-mile stretch along Lake Michigan. It's famous for its massive sand dunes, with some perched dunes soaring up to 450 feet above the lake. This place was named, quote, the most beautiful place in America, end quote, by Good Morning America in 2011. And once you see it, you'll understand why.
Oh no! Oh well.
Now we have 2 stamps.
2 for 1.
The area includes North and South Manitou Islands, and it's a haven for outdoor enthusiasts with activities like dune climbing, hiking, and kayaking. We camped at the nearby Empire Township Campground, which was a perfect spot for exploring the highlights like the dune climb and the scenic Pierce Stocking Drive. You must avoid getting stuck at the bottom is $3,000. How's the sand, Blair?
It's like beach sand, soft and granular. Beautiful. You got a video of that. It's literally like swimming on the sand.
That is Sleeping Bear. There's the cubs.
Apples, peaches, cherries, nectarines, apricots. An apple house and winery.
An apple what?
House.
What is that?
They don't have any availability.
HOSS?
H-A-S.
Oh.
H-A-U-S.
An apple house? That's German for house.
Mm-hmm.
Blair's looking up harvest host for us to stay tonight. We're in Sleeping Bear Dunes. I was about to say Great Bear Dunes. Mm-hmm. Sleeping Bear Dunes National Lakeshore. So it's 2 islands and a lakeshore. Beautiful area. And it's the giant dunes up here created by the glaciers long time ago. Why I come to you in this video is Piper's down here chewing on the floor on her bone. And we noticed weeks ago, a month ago, I don't know, some time ago, that there was these little holes in the floor, like little pot marks, little potholes, if you will, little tiny thing, like a pin was stabbed in the floor. And it took us a while to figure it out. It's her bone. Now, this one is not that big a deal, but these little sharp edges on it, this one's had a sharp point there, but that sharp point is now gone. But she has another half of that was a true sharp point. So her chewing on those bones has poked holes in the linoleum in here. Now, I've dropped a knife on the floor, which cut a hole in it. I've dropped a can of tuna, and surprisingly, the sharp edge of the can of tuna hit the floor, and it was a little hole in it. But I just want to let you know, it's noticeable, more noticeable, I believe, in this hardwood-looking floor than it would be in like a flying cloud because of the texture of the way it looks. But also the Globetrotter has a different floor with a woven floor, so I don't think those type things will show up that much. But in the international models, just be mindful of sharp things hitting the floor because they will cause a noticeable hole or a cut. We spent a few days here soaking in the natural beauty before we headed south to Grand Rapids, Michigan. Here we decided to use our harvest host, and we stayed at the Schmohz Brewery. This spot was not only close to downtown, but also had a lively atmosphere. Blair and I couldn't resist playing a few games of pool at their fun bar. Show us what you got, Blair.
I don't have much, I promise. Right
On the first one.
First one.
The next day was all about history as we explored the Gerald R. Ford Presidential Museum. It's a fascinating place where you learn not just about Ford's presidency, but also his life's journey. The Gerald Ford Museum, we're trying to go visit, but I just had to move the rig for the third time. We parked on that side of the building. Can't park there because you can't pay. Tried to pay the guy, but he didn't want to take my money, so we had to move. Now we come over to this parking lot, and it's the Gerald Ford Museum parking lot. And there's no sign that says no trailers, no nothing. I pull in, we park, we start walking in, the security guy comes out and says, can't park here, you gotta move. Okay, now we're parked on the side of the road and a bus permit parking only. So probably gonna get a ticket, but that's okay. Gerald Ford, you owe me. From his days as a college football player to his unexpected rise to the presidency, the museum has interactive exhibits and even Ford's own car on display, making it an educational and engaging visit. What'd you find?
Perfect little sign.
Liberty.
Yeah, and Liberty's friends.
I've been singing in the shower, picking up flowers on my way home from work. There's something coming over me, and I think it might be that little four-letter word. Don't know how I got it so bad for you. Guess I never learned how to play it cool. I know people wanna say it's a honeymoon phase. I think it's love that I'm feeling, like I finally found my one in a million. I could jump through the ceiling, 'cause I've never been so sure it's the real thing. Must be love. Must be love. Got me talking all night by the candlelight. Little picnic in the park with your hands.
What'd you find?
If you wanna take a chance, we can roll the dice.
It'd be great if that was the tail.
On our way to drop Blair at the airport after the Ford Museum, Blair and I stopped at Cabela's and found a few interesting things.
I hope it was an employee.
Somebody's been posing all the statues.
Having a good time.
They all got different arm setups. This guy just caught a fish. This guy's unzipping his pants. This guy's doing the little, what's the dance?
I don't know that dance.
This guy had an injury. Afterward, Piper and I continued our journey south. We made a delightful stop to see my buddy Joe, and I must say, I'm really jealous of his beard, but it was great to catch up. Piper and I then stopped at Springfield, Illinois, where we briefly toured the Lincoln Home National Historic Site. It was almost closing time, but we managed to walk through these historic streets. The home itself is preserved from the 1860s, providing a glimpse into Abraham Lincoln's life before he became president. It's one of the few places in the U.S. where you can step back in time to experience history firsthand. No one's home. If you've never been to Springfield, Illinois, to come check out the Lincoln Home National Historic Site, it's a whole four or five city blocks here of period restored homes. So even some old cars down there. But the national park building is pretty small. Then you can go tour the house. You can tour all these other houses and buildings around here. It's a pretty neat place. It's very late in the day, and I was not able to get here sooner than now. But many things are closing up, so I'm kind of rushing here. But it's on historic Route 66. So I think if you left Chicago on your way to California on 66, I think it's a must stop on your trip, and I think it's a really cool place. So neat town. I came through here many years ago, and it looks better than it did when I was here before. But the Capitol is right down the road. The Lincoln Presidential Library is across the street, and then you got all these historic period homes to go look through. So I think it's a pretty neat place to come visit. If you've never been here, come check it out. From there, Piper and I made our way down to Scott Air Force Base, which would be our temporary home base for a while. While Blair was working, I was busy filming and editing our adventures in our new truck, which explains why these videos right now are delayed, because I had a multiple week truck series, which was all filmed and edited while we were at Scott Air Force Base. We also attended the National Airstream Rally in Missouri, and if you haven't seen that video, check it out on our channel. Plus, our adventures in St. Louis and Kansas City are coming up soon, so make sure you stay tuned. Thanks for joining us on this leg of our journey, and remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more adventures. Until next time, keep exploring and embrace the journey. All right, the giveaway this week is this TCEK chair, swivel chair. You can see a picture of it here. I did a full video review of this chair on our channel. You can check it out, linked right up here above and linked down below in the video description. Really cool chair. This is the second one of these chairs I've reviewed for this company, and this one swivels, and it's really cool. I like it. It's adjustable compared to the first one I did. Love the chair, and I'd love to give it to one of you. So all you have to do to enter to win is go to our website, 13adventures.com, all spelled out. Click on the Contact Us link over at the side. Type in your name, your email address. Please, again, make sure you spell it correctly. I've had a number of people misspell it, and I can't write them back. And then write in TCEK chair or chair giveaway or something along those lines 72 hours after this video releases. This video is going to come out Sunday morning at 8 a.m., so therefore, 72 hours later at 8 a.m., I will draw names and announce the winners across all of our social media channels and send this chair off to the lucky winner. Thanks for joining, everybody. Thanks for making us a part of your adventure. Have a great day. Bye.